I know that'll do ya, I don't grip no weapons. I got 7 whole figures that is in my checking. DDG got all the answers, I don't do no.
Hello everyone, my name is Arnav Jain and I'm excited to present to you my latest innovation, Grekko. Grekko is an AI-powered data analytics tool which do all the heavy lifting of data analysis and predictive analytics and generating insights without you having to write any line of code. So, before I dive deep into telling you about Grekko, let me tell you a bit about myself. I recently completed my master's degree in applied data analytics, where I specialize in machine learning, AI, and analytics. Over the past years in my professional life, I always wondered how data can change the way we understand the whole world. How just few numbers, a math equation, and a powerful computer to crunch those numbers can change the world, can make insights, can make us take data-informed decisions. I always wondered about it. So now I've developed this tool to see and to understand how we exactly do that. So Grekko can tell you a lot about data, and over here it's divided, like it has multiple components, so we can like have a data set overview. So this is the data set overview of the data which I've uploaded. Then we can do an EDA, the exploratory data analysis. So over here we can understand the statistical analysis, or we can do have a statistical understanding of the data. Over here we can see the data is to have numerical and categorical variables, and then we can do an outlier analysis. We can check how many outliers are there. Then we have a correlation analysis. We can understand the relationship of the features between each other. Then we have the visualizations, which helps us better and gives us a better understanding of how our data looks. So over here, this is an example. I have energy consumption distribution. So that the data set is basically about an IoT sensor, and over here we can see how the data is distributed. So I believe it's a right skewed data since it has a tail on its right end. And then we can understand the relationship between the data, the categorical data, as we can also plot. It's a box plot for the categorical variables. So like we can see it's a temperature by sensor data, so we can monitor the temperature. And over here we have all the sensors. You can see the box plot, have all the information about the box plot, and then we can plot for the outliers, missing values, stuff. Over here things start getting interesting. Now we dive into the field of machine learning, and over here I have actually created a small model. So I want to predict a feature called status, and I used all of these features to understand, like to predict the status of a sensor, and I'm using gradient boosting model over here, and here are the results. So as you can see, the overall score is a 0.67, not a good score, but still. And over here we can see the confusion matrix, class distribution, feature importance heat map, and everything. And then we have the AI insights, where we have an actual insight of our data, what our data looks like, what our data is. So it's a small data set summary. Then we have the statistical analysis, statistical insights to understand the statistical side of the data. Then we have an insight about the data quality. Then we have an insight about the correlations. Then we have an insight about the distribution analysis of the distributions of each of the variables. And then we have the outlier insights, like how many outliers are there and what we should do and everything. Then a very interesting part again, and the most important part again, it's the chart with your data. So we can chart over here, like let's say I want to ask what else can you tell me about luminosity? asks the question. Meanwhile, an AI generates an answer. Since the whole thing is running on my computer, so it takes a bit of a time to have LLM do all the work. So I'll tell you a bit about the overview of the project. So it's built on Streamlit using Python, and like I said, it uses Meta's large language model Llama to drive the whole backend thing about generating the insights. They're all connected to each other. The LLM fetches data which I've uploaded, understands it, analyzes it, then it gives us an insight, and you don't have to write a single line of code to do all the work which I've shown you. It's all done on the back end by the LLM itself. So here we can see it has given us an insight on the luminosity feature. So it's a light level lux, tells us about the median values, the distribution, the correlation analysis, and every other stuff. So I believe this is a very powerful tool, and it's a tool for those people who don't know how to code but are interested in understanding how analytics works, what is data analytics, and how we can leverage it in our day-to-day lives and in our businesses. So it's for those people, and also for those who don't have the time to plug in the data to do all the work by themselves. They just put in the data, let the computer, let the model take over it, let the application take over it, and it will do everything for you, generate all the insights, do all the analytics for you. You just have to see them, put them on your report, and that's it. I hope you like this project of mine. Worked really hard on it, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of a team at ChiEAC, being the part of the Data Sciences Alliance and being one of the fellow data scientists working for the good of people. And hope to see you all soon, and have a rest of the good day.